3 years later, how about that?
Did you actually have a one-on-one with Comey then?
Not much, not even that I remember. I like besitos. We have languages coming into our country. We have nobody that even speaks those languages. They're truly foreign languages. Nobody speaks them. Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your... Oh.
Come on, guys. Okay. That was hilarious. Okay, that was funny. But that compilation has really gotten under Donald Trump's skin.
Why?
Now, let me give you the context. So, Democratic Congressman Jerry Nadler has gotten under Donald Trump's skin after having played that amusing mashup of he played an amusing mashup of Donald Trump, similar to what you just watched, because he wanted to make a point about how no, Biden does not have any issues with mental decline or cognitive decline. Donald Trump does. Watch this. I don't think that the mashup was a good example of cognitive decline.
Some of it was.
So we'll watch it and then we'll have a discussion about it. But this is what the story is really about. Instead of laughing it off or brushing it off, Trump has decided to come out and argue that the mashup is full of artificial intelligence and it's not real clips of Trump. Honestly, being hysterical and saying ridiculous things.
Yeah.
I would have just ignored it entirely.
He can't.
But he can't help himself. So he comes out with, this is fake, it's AI generated. No, but the clips that are included in the compilation, we saw those moments in the context of the speeches that you gave at rallies.
That's what the Matrix wants you to believe.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we just need to take the red pill and accept that those aren't real videos of his speeches. Anyway, so let's watch the montage itself and keep in mind that these clips have not been altered by AI, but they are hilarious.
One of the great memories of all time, James Webb. I don't remember the names. Don't remember the name. Viktor Orban. Did anyone ever hear of him? He's the leader of Turkey. By the way, they never report the crowd on January 6th. You know, Nikki Haley is in charge of security. 3 years later, how about that?
Did you actually have a one-on-one with Comey then?
Not much, not even that I remember. I like besitos. We have languages coming into our country. We have nobody that even speaks those languages. They're truly foreign languages. Nobody speaks them. Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your... Oh.
I have a really good memory. Your next wife was a woman by the name of Marla Maples?
That's right.
Do you recall what years you were married to Ms. Maples?
It's called like Up Here, and it's called Memory, and it's called other things.
So you don't remember saying you have one of the best memories?
I don't remember that. And Putin, has so little respect for Obama that he's starting to throw around the nuclear word. You heard that, nuclear. We have to win in November, or we're not going to have Pennsylvania. They'll change the name. I talked to Putin a lot.
Did you ask him that? I don't remember that. I saw that this morning. I don't remember asking him that question.
I have a good memory and all that stuff, like a great memory. For 20 years, they were fighting ISIS. I defeated ISIS in 4 weeks. And we did with Obama. We won an election that everyone said couldn't be won. I'm not cognitively. And you know what? When I am, you're going to know it. You're going to be the first people. I know my people, you'll say, all right, Trump, you did a good job. Get the hell out of here. That's it.
Okay. Can we just play that one short little snippet clip that I lose it? Like I die every time I hear it. You're about to see. Do we have it, right?
We're a nation that is begging Venezuela and others for oil. Please, please, please help us, Joe Biden says. Yet we have more liquid gold under our feet than any other nation anywhere in the world. We are a nation that just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your... Oh.
A lot of mainstream media don't give you honest news. We do. You know why? Because of you. Paid membership on YouTube makes all the difference. Hit the join button below and you become the hero that sustains us.
I don't know what he's saying. That time I was watching the crowd, nobody responded to it.
What was that? That was That was hilarious.
I think he had been edging as long as he could go, and it was just like, now's my time. He started thinking about Russia again, and he was like, that's it. That's what Daddy likes.
Okay, this is my theory. I could be totally wrong. Leading up to that, it was obvious to me that he wasn't just speaking off the cuff. I think something happened at the teleprompter.
I guess.
Yeah.
Look, if the teleprompter literally exploded, sending shards of glass into your face and eyes, you should respond with more composure than what we saw there. Like if it just slowed down, you still have a mouth and a brain. Say words, you dumb donkey. Say something. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, look, I know what he claimed, his excuses, but we watched that whole mashup and I didn't see any artificial intelligence or any intelligence of any kind.
Look, there wasn't any artificial intelligence, but like, I don't even think he needed to respond to that, right? Because it's, if any, look, listen, I get that everyone hates Trump. I get it, right? So this is not me trying to say like, oh, Trump's better than Biden. However, if you think that mashup shows the same level, if not a worse level of cognitive decline to what we have experienced with Biden, like we can't lie to ourselves, guys. Please don't lie to yourself. Like Biden's mental decline is far more pronounced.
I think his energy decline is far more pronounced. I don't think his mental decline is far more pronounced. I think that, and look, a lot of the stuff in that mashup, I don't think is a sign of mental decline. It shows that he's insane and he says crazy things, but they were throwing in just him saying silly things sometimes. But some of the like putting names in and getting things mixed up, that's the sort of thing that Biden gets knocked for all the time. It's just that he generally talks faster than Biden does. He occasionally has orgasms on stage. It shows like a vitality and virility that Biden doesn't have. I think Biden is slowed down more, but I think that the cognitive decline is similar or maybe worse in Trump's case. I do think so. I don't think I'm lying to myself.
Joe Biden, and this is according to the transcript of the interview that Joe Biden had with the special counsel, Robert Hur. He couldn't remember when he was VP. He asked Robert Hur if he was still VP in 2009.
I don't think that means no. He was extemporaneously.
John.
It wasn't like he was asked and he thought about it and couldn't come up with it. He was talking like. Do you remember all the times that your different positions in your life ended? That's not a thing that you memorize as facts.
Test me, go.
I don't know your previous jobs. I don't think that's this. I don't think that's the same thing. That's not him like looking at Jill Biden and calling her jelly bean or something. Like, who remembers all the specific dates of things? I just don't think that's how memory works.
That, John, it goes beyond that. You know it goes beyond that.
I'm not saying he hasn't forgotten things.
It's not even just about him forgetting things. It's him looking super confused about where he even is when he's on stage. Look.
Yeah, and I'm saying that Trump would talk through that. That doesn't mean that he's not experiencing the same thing. He gets confused constantly.
I think we can accept the deep flaws with the two candidates here.
That's what I agree.
So Donald Trump has committed crimes. Like it's very obvious to me that he's committed crimes and he's facing multiple indictments, both federally and on a state level. And you should be able to acknowledge that. That doesn't make him, I just feel like, I think in my personal opinion that since people hate Trump so much, they are willing to lie to themselves about some of the flaws that Biden has. But I think it's totally fine to acknowledge Biden's flaws without being a supporter of Donald Trump.
Look, I 100% agree that there are people that cannot see any flaws of memory or policy or values of anything of Joe Biden. That's 100% true. I'm on Threads, I see it all the time. But I think partly it's Trump gives more speeches. You cannot go a weekend without him producing a mashup like that. Like he cannot do a speech without multiple incredibly bizarre mix-ups.
Yep.
And Biden makes mix-up too. I'm just saying Trump does. Like they both do. You should be able to acknowledge both.
I can't believe that this is what we're left with. I literally can't believe that we have half of this country defending the notion that Biden at 81 years old absolutely should be running for re-election.
But that's not what we're left with. We have RFK Jr., we have Aaron Rodgers as VP, we have options.
This country's going to hell. That's what's happening. This country's going to hell.
Maybe just
look. I don't actually mean that, but this is insane. Like, this whole thing is insane. Biden is not fit to be president because of his cognitive decline. Donald Trump is not fit to be president because of the crimes he has committed, including attempting to steal the freaking election.
I agree with you.
So like, they both suck.
Yeah.
They both suck.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna be like fear-mongered about Trump to the extent where I'm like denying the reality of Biden. Biden is suffering from severe mental decline. Anyone who's trying to gaslight you is doing just that. They're gaslighting you. And anyone who tries to make it appear as though Biden and Trump are equal in cognitive decline, also lying to you, also like gaslighting.
I agree. I don't think they're equal in cognitive decline.
Okay. That's what I wanted to hear, John. That's all I wanted to hear. Because that's the truth. That is the truth.
I think that cognitive decline is not one single metric that you're at some point on. I think it's a variety of different related variables. I think energy level, ability to extemporaneously speak, ability to recall knowledge when directly prompted. This is a variety of different things. I think that they're all at different points on a variety of spectrums.
Can we watch that short video one more time? And then we'll wrap this up. Just one more time,
We're a nation that is begging Venezuela and others for oil. Please, please, please help us, Joe Biden says. Yet we have more liquid gold under our feet than any other nation anywhere in the world. We are a nation that just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat.
Anyway,
that's your next president, America.
Listen, you all can hate me if you want. That was hilarious.